I think so many of us have this image of our successful selves thriving, navigating through all the challenges with ease. And I wanted to kind of disrupt that image because I had it for myself. I used to think like in years to come, I'll be fantastic. I perhaps read a few too many Stoic books, and I just thought that like I will be infallible. I'll be so strong that for whatever will hit me, it'll just bounce off. And I used to operate like that. Like if I look back, God, some really horrific, challenging things happened to me, and I didn't let them in. I was just going to get on with it. It's like, Jamie, somebody very close to you just died. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna keep marching forward. It's like, Jamie, you really injured yourself, and it's like, yeah, fine, I'm still gonna train. And I think this is an ideal that's projected on us that we should be consistent, right? And the unfortunate thing is that what I've learned since is that you can do that until you can't anymore, and then some event in life is going to really bowl you over. And I remember being quite upset about that. Of just essentially, I burnt out. I was too exhausted to keep marching forward, and I had to sit with myself. And what I recognized in that moment of sitting with myself is the stupidity of that overall ideal and philosophy that we should be stoic, we should be invincible. Because in that moment of stillness, in that moment of contraction, where life got on top of me and I couldn't push it away anymore, I couldn't pretend that I was fine. I actually, God, it's like I crawled into a fetal position and just wanted to kind of get through minute by minute, hour by hour. It's in that moment that I actually had such epiphanies and such learnings. And I realize now that the more I'm giving myself freedom to fully feel life, like when things are bad, to instead of pretending that they're not, but actually to accept, yeah, things are bad. Things are actually really bad, and to allow myself to feel upset, allow myself to be down and to contract and not to be social in those moments and not to kind of work like nothing's happened, but in actual fact to be like, I need my space. Life is heavy right now, and I need to sit with myself. It's interesting that when I slow myself right down and when I do sit with myself, it gives me the time and space to recognize and see really, really clearly what I've been doing that hasn't been serving me. And because I slow myself right down, it allows me integrate new learnings into kind of my way of being for going forward. And so the weirdest kind of moment, or this epiphany that I'm talking about, is that in contracting, in feeling all the feels, it gives me space to take in my learnings. It gives me space to refine my way of being. And I find that for every low that I have, I take off after them. It's like the learnings are this catalyst to refine and to upgrade. And I actually kind of feel this, like that when I have these moments of down, I'm like, you know, somebody's like, hey, how are you, Jamie? I'm like, I'm upgrading. They're like, how are you really? I'm feeling like shit. But genuinely, I am upgrading. I'm feeling like shit. I'm recognizing I haven't been looking after myself as well as I should, or I haven't been honoring myself as well as I should. And so I'm sitting with that. It's frustrating, it's upsetting, but I'm learning a new path for going forward. That's the upgrade. And the subsequent bounce or the takeoff out of that makes so much sense. Because you were doing certain things in your life that weren't serving you and led to this unfolding moment. And you're sitting with that. You're sitting with the impact of that, and that's the motivation to change. And it's the change that pushes you out of that moment and propels you forward. Now, unfortunately, life is this ever-evolving series and sequence of learnings. But the key thing is that once you learn, you stop looping. And so when I reflect on my past life where I was so stoic and infallible and invincible, I actually can see that, no, Jamie, you were just looping. The same issues were coming up in your life over and over again, and you weren't learning. And now with this philosophy, I can see that every time there's a down, I learn, I process, I integrate, and I evolve. And a new learning comes on a new level, at a more rewarding point for me. And that's what I want for you. That's why I'm sharing this video. I really want you not to have to go through the same looping path that I did, but instead to meet those moments at a much earlier point for yourself and recognize, aha, this isn't happening to me. This moment is happening for me. There's wisdom in this. And if I take that wisdom, this moment will not be happening to me, but no, this will serve me. And in time to come, I will look back at this moment and see how well it served me. It will stand to me. And I really want that. I want, for whatever is unfolding in your life, I want it to ultimately stand to you. I want it to propel you forward and see you do so well as a result. So going back to that kind of that first key statement that I made is that, like, for me, my vision of myself is not this infallible kind of perfect being, but instead, actually, I want to embrace all my imperfections. I want to embrace life. I don't see myself thriving. I see myself bobbing up and bobbing down, fully living, fully taking in life. Why? Because ultimately speaking, that's what serves us so well. And I really wish this will serve you so well. Really interesting topic, kind of bends your perspective because it's quite counter-narrative. So much of what we're kind of suggested to be is to be stoic, is to be strong. Doesn't serve, or it certainly doesn't serve me. The chances are, if it doesn't serve me, it won't serve so many of yourselves. And so I wish and I hope that this little bit of wisdom serves you really well. Please do let me know what you think in the comments below. Feel free to share any of your own kind of insights as well. And I will just look forward to sharing with you again soon.